Let's speedrun Etsy. Do you find it actually really difficult to get motivated, to get started creating listings on Etsy? I know I do. So I decided to kind of game it today. I've been procrastinating all summer about creating new things. My sales are down because I'm doing nothing in my shop. So I decided if I make this more of a challenge for myself, a challenge to see if I can come up with an idea and create, photograph, edit, publish, do the social media, do all the stuff for a listing in one day. That would be a fun challenge. And also hopefully it gives you an idea of how much little work there has to be. I mean, this is just like one item. I would usually do an entire range of things. But if I can do this all in a day, wow, still having a life, can I really call it a life? But while still doing the day job and looking after myself and looking after my pets and, you know, all of the other things. So can I create one listing from start to finish in one day? Let's find out. Good morning. Oh, not a morning person. So before I can even get started on this challenge, I've got to do a little bit of my day job. So it's around 9 a.m. Told you I'm not a morning person. I've got to let the dog out, get a coffee, and then get started on some e-rank work for the day. So I'll give you a little montage of that while my future self, that's had some antihistamines and caffeine, explains to you a little more of what's going on. Wish me luck for the day, and yes, see you in a minute. Whew, okay, that is slightly better. Still not a morning person, but 'tis an improvement. So the first thing I've got to do is a little bit of my day job. I wanted to make this a proper challenge, so proper 24-hour challenge. So I'm showing that I actually have actual life here. I can't just do 24 hours, better. I can't just do 24 hours or 12 hours or however long dedicated to building up my new Etsy listing. I have the day job to do, and I'm sure all of us, most of us, have other things, other commitments on our life, so I'm going to include them as well. So I have got a couple of hours to do with the day job. This should be interesting because this is the day after Etsy just released their mention of the star system. So yes, forums and everything have totally exploded. For those that don't know, I also work for eRank, so I'm diving in, doing a little bit of work for eRank, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of questions on this issue. So I'm going to get into that, do a bit of work there, and I will come back to you. So actually this Etsy star seller system gave me the idea, gave me the momentum to get to do this. I've been saying for a while I have to create a new range of listings. I have to get my finger out. I've been totally lazy in my shop for most of the summer and sales have kind of dried up. So I really need to do something to kickstart that. So it's about time for a new range. It's been about a decade since I've really launched a new range. So the plan is today to figure out an idea for the new range, research it, do the SEO, create one of the items, photograph it, list it, do the social media and everything, all within one working day for me. Now, a working day for me is not 8 hours. Being self-employed, yeah, that extends a fair bit over that. And it also has to include all the other things that are part of my life. Okay, so that is that first step done. Now we have to research the product. I have an idea in my mind because I keep an eye on my Etsy stats. So I do know certain terms are doing quite well, but I will first of all check my Etsy stats, look at the terms that have done the best in the past month, the past year, and what was doing best this time last year, or rather, as I'm aiming hopefully to build up for September, October, November, what terms were doing best last September. And then once I've got an idea of them, I'm going to nip into eRank, use the keyword Explorer, the keyword tool, and keyword lists to create a list, to gather up some keywords that might be relevant for this listing and for this range, because hopefully once I get an idea of what I'm going to make, I'll have an idea of more of a range. Then once I've figured out what the item's going to be, I'm going to have to create that item. And this is quite a big deal. As a needle felter, everything takes a bit of time. So it's going to take time to create this listing, well, to create this item. So yeah, let's let's see if we can do all of this in a day. Okay, so it looks like a black cat bookmark is the way to go. Now I already have my splat back black cat bookmarks, but I have an idea. I got these oversized, oh, it's the same colour as my hair. I got these oversized paper clips a little while ago, and I've seen people are using giant paper clips to make bookmarks. So a black cat bookmark on these giant paper clips would be really cool. So yeah, I'm going to have a go at trying to make something like this. Let's get started. Okay, so that went a little quicker than I feared. So not only did I get this little black cat bookmark, but I decided to, as Border Collie was coming up a lot, I would also make this Border Collie bookmark because it's always easier to set up and photograph more than one thing. So this gives me this to photograph. So that's pretty much my morning. I'm going to dive on and do a little bit more of the day job, and then I'm going to take the dog for a walk because yeah, you can't be flat out all day long. Got to take breaks, got to look after yourself, and also yeah, you've got to look after the dog. In fact, do you want to come with me? Come on with me. That done. It's getting hot outside. Right, the next step, we're getting through the day. The next step, really important step, is the photography. Obviously I want to get this right, so I've got some props. I have this really cool bookend, there's the word. I have this really cool bookend, some books and things. So now I've got to convert everything here from my video area into my photography area. So let's get started with that. Okay, photo shoot done. I am getting tired. Whose idea was this? So now I have to take all these images, get them to my computer and start editing. No photographer really should take their images just directly off their camera. I know it's a pain, but you do have to edit your images. So while I'm there, I'm going to get ready for the social media and everything as well. So I'll start off, I will edit my photos on Photoshop. Well, Photoshop Element, because that's what I'm using just now. It's the easiest. So I will edit them for Etsy on there, crop out any stray bits of background, brighten it up, just make it look better without trying to go too overboard. Then I'm going to take these. I want to make my listing video. I'm going to make it easy for myself. I'm just going to take that to Adobe Rush just to do a quick slideshow. I could do it in plenty of other places, but I just find that it's the easiest just for a quick take something over from Photoshop, get it sorted. So that's the next plan. Then I want to do some social media photos. I'm going to focus on Pinterest, might pop something up to the gram. So I will just quickly do that on Canva. I've got a little template that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago. So I've got a little template for posting to Pinterest. I'll make some images there. Yeah, and then that's all the photo editing. Okay, editing done. We're on the home straight. Next step is, of course, creating the listing. So I already have black cat bookmark listings. I've got some ideas of the keywords I want to use from my keyword list. I am just going to dive on in, copy that listing, change out the images, change out any SEO I needed to change out, and publish. I'll get my little bonus listing, I'll get that prepared and ready to post up tomorrow. And then while I'm there, it's just as easy to quickly do my posts to Pinterest and to Instagram and to Facebook. Any of my social media posts, I'll get them done. Then are done. Okay, so that's the listing up. It's obviously going to take me a few days to edit this video. So editing Pam will dive in and let you know any kind of results I've got from this. I'm not expecting massive results yet, but this was actually a really cool challenge for me to get me up off my backside. I've been procrastinating about working on my shop and making new listings. So although this was tough and I wouldn't advise doing everything in a day, it's got my old creative juices going. I've got a load more ideas for these kind of bookmarks. So I'm going to work on making some chunks of them when I've got time, and then photographing. My SEO's already kind of worked out. I kind of know what I'm doing. So I'll be able to work on making this range of items, get some more listed. So that's my plan. And then I'm going to look at this over time to see if I start getting some more views and some more sales. I will come back, say in about a month, I'll come back and let you know how things are looking for the new listings. Who knows, we might have some sales, we might not, but hopefully I'll have increased views and I'll get to see like if this idea of the bookmarks is interesting or not. I hope so. For me, it was a really cute idea. I think it's my splat bookmarks have done super well in the past, so this is a new take on them. I've not seen anyone doing anything quite like this before, so fingers crossed I've had another unique, cool idea. I hope you enjoyed my crazy challenge, and I hope it inspires you to challenge yourself to do something. Not necessarily an entire thing in one day, but just challenge yourself to say, today, this is what I'm going to do, and do the thing you were procrastinating at. Is this the most efficient way to do it? No, I would be better off making a chunk of listings and photographing them all in one day, listing them all in one day, working on social media all in one day. But that's a mammoth task. I would procrastinate and not do that. So, well, I have been procrastinating and not doing that. So I gave myself this challenge to get me started. I've got some cool ideas for going forwards, but for now, I'm going to put my feet up. I'm actually going to get some food. I've not eaten yet. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to put my feet up, and we'll think about editing this tomorrow.